and 4/10 minutes long. Okay, that's very good. Then he added, oops, I want you to put a plus sign, added 9/10 minutes to the speech. Okay? So I'm going to have that jump out. And then he added. Make sure you put your plus sign. Now the second speech, okay, so now I really want to distinguish what I'm doing here. This is the second. This one was the first. So the second speech was, do that in another color, 4 and 1/10 minutes long. Ah, look at what he did. He subtracted. So I want to make sure I get that subtraction sign in, so I pay close attention to what's going on. And so I'm going to put my subtraction sign. Now he subtracted what? 1 and 4/10 minutes from that. We're using benchmarks to estimate the length to each speech. I'm going to go to my paperwork because it looks like it's a lot of stuff. And I really want to break this down. Let's chunk it, okay? So let's look at number 18. Number 18, guys, this is what it does. I'm going to write down my facts. First of all, I need to... I'm going to put George's speech was about blank minutes long. Okay, that's what we have to find out. About. See that word again? About. We are not looking for the exact. Because on your test, you were actually solving the problems before estimating. You don't want to do that. You're going to find yourself, it worked on those, but it will not work all the time. So please trust me in that one. Estimate first, then solve. And here it's asking us to. So I know my first speech was 3 and 4/10 minutes long. But then he added, see how I'm doing it? 9/10 minutes. Okay, then I have my second speech. Oops, I put it down here. So I have my second speech, and I kind of left this so that I can have my working area. My second speech was 4 and 1/10 minutes long. But then he had to subtract 1 and 4/10 minutes. Then he says, using benchmark. Okay, so I am going to make my benchmark 0 to 1. In the middle is 50. Think of quarters, guys. You have 25, 50, 75, and then one whole. If I had to put 40 or 4/10 or 40 cents, think of it that way if that helps you. If you had to put 4/10 here on this benchmark, where would it be closest to? Would it be closest to the 25 or the 50? Yeah, because it's going to be right around here. So it's going to be closest to the 50. So then this becomes 3 and 5/10 or 50 hundredths. If I had to place the 9/10 here, which is like 90 cents because 0 is my hero, right? It'll be about here, which is closest to the whole. Now remember, you have your 1 decimal point 0, 0. And that's when I'm using heroes. Zeros are my heroes. Okay. Then I'm going to add those up because it said that he added about another minute to it. So starting from my right, moving to the left, 0 plus 0, 5 plus 0 is 5, and 3 plus 1 is 4, bringing down my decimals. So for the first speech, he had he used about 4.5 minutes, or 4 5/10, or 4 50/100, whichever way you want to look at it. The second speech, I'm going to make my benchmark. 0, 50 in the middle, 1 whole, cutting this into fourths. So this is 25 and then 75. That's my 3/4. So I have 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, and 4/4, which is equal to 1 whole. So just want to make sure that I'm going to bring that in so that we become more familiar with it. My 4 1/10. This 1/10 is then closest to what? Yeah, it's going to be closest to the 0. So this is going to be about 4. I'm going to put my 0 here. Now I have 1 in 40/100. 0 is my hero, or 4/10. This is closest to the 50. So I have 1 in 50/100. I need to subtract that out. Well, 0 minus 0 is 0. Oops, sorry about that. Thanks for shouting that out. Can I take 5 from 0? I want you to put out your hands for 5. So I have 5. Can I take 0? Can I take, put out your 0, because that's what it is. So sorry about that. Put out your hand. This is going to represent 0. Can you take 5 out of that? No. So you got to go next door and borrow and regroup. So I'm going to borrow 1s here, bring that over, and I have 10. So it's actually like 1 whole, but so I have, now can I take 5 out of the 10? Yes, so that makes it 5. Bring down my decimal, and 3 minus 1 equals 2. So this speech, second speech, is about 2.5 minutes, or 2 5/100 minutes, or 2.5 minutes. Okay, now let's look at what we did over here. So here is my about here, and then here's my other about. Let's look at our answer choices. We said that the first speech was about 4 5/10 minutes long. Which one has 4 5/10? Not this one. Not this one. This one does, and this one does. Okay? Now, we said that was going to be, the second speech was about 2 5/10. Which one has 2 5/10? Because this is out, and this is out. Okay, 2 5/10 here. This is not, that's 3 5/10. So my answer is C. Does that help understand? But look at the work that we had to go through. All right, guys, tomorrow we're going to be finishing online nesting. I will see you tomorrow, and we move on to algebra. All right, talk to you later. Bye.